We've got a couple of low-end rain chances for the start of our week, and then it's this weekend that we got to talk about a couple of stronger storms that I'm tracking. We'll start with the big weather headlines. We are looking at above average temperatures. Yes, a few nuisance showers, mainly for tomorrow and into our Wednesday. And then it's Saturday that you might want to start thinking about tweaking your plans, because I'm looking at the potential of not just rain, but a couple of stronger thunderstorms. And when there's lightning, you certainly don't want to have anything outdoors penciled in. Current temperatures, we are very warm, mid and upper 70s across the area. This is about 10 degrees warmer than where we were yesterday even, and it's more than 10 degrees in some spots warmer than where we should be for the high temperature for this time of year. We're still in February. It's technically still winter here in Houston, but it doesn't feel like it. 78 right now in Sugar Land, up by 7 degrees compared to yesterday. High temperature for today is going to push right to 80 degrees. The warmest part of today is going to be right at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And at that point, we're going to start to increase the cloud cover, but not really seeing too much activity just yet. Notice a slight dip in the high temperatures tomorrow, still well above average, but that slight dip does come with the increased chance for some moisture to move in. Current winds right now, they're out of the southwest at around 10 to 15 miles an hour. This type of breeze is what's bringing in the humidity. You'll probably notice it a little later on this afternoon. It starts to become a little bit more prevalent. Definitely into tomorrow. Not the best hair days out there. We are going to see that moisture materialize into some fog too. We saw some of that this morning. We'll see it again this evening, mainly along Galveston and pushing towards Kemah. The Bay is going to see the visibility issues, and eventually overnight we could see some trouble spots all the way up into the big airport, moving into San Jacinto and Polk County too. So Cleveland, if you had an early commute tomorrow morning, that's an area that you want to head out early for and keep those low beam lights on. Future track shows us, yes, the cloud cover is going to be building in today into tomorrow, but really rain is pretty limited. A couple of isolated sprinkles, some splashes on your windshield. That's about it. Wednesday morning, a couple more of those streamer showers start pushing in, but again, I think it's just rain. I'm not looking at a high likelihood of stormy weather. So lightning, I don't think is going to be too much of a concern for our Tuesday, Wednesday timeframe, as this low pressure system is pretty moderate. I think mainly it's going to be showers. Then though, as we head into Saturday, that's when a stronger low pressure system with a trailing cold front starts to push into Houston. And that's what could bring us those louder thunderstorms with lightning. And again, the potential of our outdoor plans being impacted. So that's a look ahead into the weekend. Check back in with us throughout this week though, as we'll start to fine tune the time frame that you need to monitor. Overnight temperatures tonight are going to be pretty mild. It was actually a little on the warm side last night, so if you need to turn down the air conditioning this evening, I don't blame you. 64 degrees waking up tomorrow in Inwood Forest, 64 for the Heights. Montrose, you'll wake up to 63 degrees. Here's a wider look at Harris County. 290. Cypress is at 62 tomorrow morning, 64 for Jersey Village. Mild and muggy with a few areas of patchy morning fog. I think that's most likely going to be along the coastline though. For tomorrow afternoon, we're still tracking above average heat, but instead of 80 degrees, I think we're capped in the upper 70s because of the extra cloud cover. 77 for Montrose, 77 Jersey Village. Tomball, you'll be at 7. Well, you'll notice the jet stream for this week is well off to our north, and so that cold air stays locked up there. For us, we're just tracking some pretty warm temperatures throughout much of the week. We do get a dip in the jet stream, though, as we head into Saturday. That will usher in a slight drop in temperatures, and it does bring back a chance for rain, so that is what you have to watch for. Otherwise, it's a pretty quiet, warm forecast. Check out the average high temperature we should be seeing for this time of year. It's 67 degrees. We are 10, 15 degrees warmer than that for this work week. You'll notice through Friday, temperatures continue to increase. We'll be at 82 degrees on Friday. And then when we see that dip in the jet stream and the incoming rain, those temperatures will tumble back down into the 70s. Still slightly above average, but a little bit more fresh of a feel than what we're currently experiencing. Here's a live look outside from our camera at Hotel Zaza, looking out towards Herman Park, the Med Center. Beautiful day, quiet, warm, 79 degrees. We're even warmer than where we were yesterday. There's a breeze out of the south that is a warm breeze, and so it actually feels a little warmer than the actual air temperature. It feels like 80 because there's some humidity out there. This evening, you might want to put a little bit more of that AC on because it's going to be pretty muggy. 64 degrees, that's going to be your starting temperature tomorrow morning. 64 in Montrose, the Hyde Spring Branch. Tomball, you'll dip down to 63 degrees, and really not much cooler everywhere else. In fact, warmer for Navasota. For Brenham, you'll be waking up at 65. A couple of spots with some light patchy fog, that's mainly along the coastline. And then otherwise, the difference between today versus tomorrow is you will notice a little bit more cloud cover, but still pretty much just as warm. 77 your high temperature tomorrow in Montrose and Bel Air. Same thing. Dyersdale, Tomball, a little warmer, 78. 79 if you are in Navasota, and if you're in Galveston, you'll max out at 70 degrees. So there's the cloud cover that's going to roll in tomorrow. Don't be surprised if you feel 1 or 2 sprinkles out there. You see that and on your windshield, but I'm not tracking shower activity just yet. That's until we head to Wednesday. There's going to be a pretty weak disturbance that rolls through. I'll show you that in a second. But other than just a couple of showers in the morning, you're not going to see much of a disruption from the rain. So here are the big weather systems that we have on tap for this week. We've got this upper level low moving in for Wednesday. Nothing more than a couple of isolated showers Tuesday night into the middle of the week. And then we're pretty quiet for your Thursday, for your Friday. Then we get a little bit more stormy as we head into Saturday. Another low pressure system, this one's stronger with a tailing cold front. That could bring us some loud thunderstorms, which equals to lightning, which means outdoor activities might be impacted. Sunday, though, we're